Hello, good evening, good morning. जहाँ से भी आप हमें join कर रहे हैं. Thank you for joining us today. We are at the second episode of the Samvad series for Zaikana, where the dialogue spectrum is going to continue to have different meanings. And I'm very excited because the guest today is somebody very, very special. I've spent a lot of time in my childhood. Himanshu, who is currently working at AIMS Delhi. Himanshu, thank you for joining. अपने बारे में थोड़ा बताइए, please.
Yeah, so hi. अपने बारे में it's not a very long record to say. I joined in AIMS Bhubaneswar. I have done my MBBS from AIMS Bhubaneswar, and I am currently pursuing MD Pediatrics from All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi. So presently, I am in New Delhi now at AIMS.
Awesome. I want to, before I ask a question, I want to say a big thank you on behalf of all of us. Everybody who is at home, everybody just wants to say thank you to the doctors who are risking so much, given our healthcare is in the state that it is in today. Himanshu, अपने schedule के बारे में थोड़ा बताइए. What is your current schedule like? What kind of patients you're dealing with? How is the situation in Delhi? How is the situation of colleagues around you?
At present, actually, so as I told, I'm doing MD pediatrics. So pediatrics means small children, cute ones. So always lovable. So I used to play around. You can treat, you can play around with them. So it's always so we don't feel that much pressure working with kids. Last year, what we learned about the pandemic helped us a lot. Means we could first of all during the hospital stay. It was it our duty is normally it goes from 12 hours to 16 hours normally in normal time, but if it is night duty it extends. But what was happening at that time is our duties extended from 12 to 16 hours to 24 to 36 hours, 4 to 5 6 months at max it will come. So the trough came around December or January at last. Okay, so we were expecting that by May or June, maybe the cases will rise. That what has changed in our schedule is last year we had 24 to 36 hours of duty. This time, what is happening is many of the doctors are also getting infected.
Yeah.
So as you would know, so what is happening out there is this mutant virus, almost two strains have been identified now. One strain was in Brazil and one was of UK. So till now two strains, and I think I have to clear out that one new strain has been identified in West Bengal. So these three or four, so many more strains might be possible, you don't know. In every country, in every continent there are different strains. So this time these new strains are affecting younger generation, affecting for longer duration of time, and affecting severely. So the mortality rate, what we say in like per thousand how many people are dying, so this has increased tremendously. And you could see in news. So going a little backward, that the role of media is also very necessary here. In that, you could see that after June, July, after August, there was almost no COVID news over last 3 to 4 months at all. Okay, so that creates a perception in public that what happens when our leadership or our media, what it shows, what our leaders show, that is reflected in the activities in general perception of the public also. So this time the minimum mortality age has gone up to 27 or 28 years. Means those people had no comorbidities, just had COVID. Over 2 days they deteriorated and they expired in hospital. So that is the burden for us now.
Right. Very alarming. And there are a lot of people in the older age group who are very reluctant to go for vaccination. I know it'll be open for everybody who's 18 and
Yeah.
above from May 1st, but there are people 45 plus, and I've had actual conversations with them who say vaccine lagane ke baad bhi they tested positive. So what is the point really? How will you address this as a doctor?
Yeah, so the thing with is vaccine is that after vaccination, yes, it is true that you can be infected. Okay, so what vaccine does is normally to children we give at least 9 to 10 vaccines. Okay, it's not like you will not get the disease without with vaccination. You will get the disease.
Yeah.
Okay, the children get the disease like measles, like TB. They still get it.
Right.
Okay, but the difference is that the children who have not got it, got the vaccination, will get a very severe part of the disease, and they will not survive.
Yeah.
So means you could see in US there was a movement for anti-vaccination in children.
Yeah.
After that, the after that the measles, which was totally eradicated, you can say, from USA,
Yeah.
steadily rose over a year to an alarming rate, which was the maximum over the world because of this anti-vaccination drive. So the similar thing is there with any vaccination. So for this COVID vaccination also, like in adults, we generally don't take any vaccination for that matter, apart from some hepatitis B vaccination, or what we used to when we were like growing up. That time it was new, but now it is giving to children also. So this vaccination also builds up your immunity against the severe COVID disease. So you will not be ventilated. You will not get a tube in your neck,
Yeah.
okay, down the throat, and you will not be put on a ventilator if you have got two shots of any any vaccination like Covaxin or Covishield, which is available.
Right. There's this one specific question about when the RT-PCR testing happens. In the result, if you've tested positive, there is a CT gene, and then there's a number that comes along with it. Like some of
Yeah.
my friends who tested positive, they got it 16, and there's not enough information or correct information. So can you address it as to what that CT gene means? What is that number about?
So gene, there are many codons. Like in a gene, the gene is made up of different 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 types of codons we see. Like
Right.
codons are generally the what to say. It is the nucleus, you can say, or the starting point of a gene, which a gene is made up of. So so this this PCR is generally identifies that part of the gene, like a RT-PCR is generally a mechanism. Generally, it can be used for a different type of methods. Generally, why it is used? Because it amplifies the genome, and it identifies a certain codons which are helpful for identification of the virus.
Right. Um, okay. I want to touch upon a very sensitive thing. We are seeing a lot of doctors and their videos or images surfacing online where they're talking about how the situation is, how it's very painful for them. We are losing some of the doctors. As a fellow member of the community, how are you tackling with what's going on inside your head, heart, and going back to your workstation every day, knowing that really anything could happen? So your safety is also not 100% secure in something like that. So
Yeah, definitely. Means it is a what to say. It is a war out there, yes, and like soldiers, they if a war is there, they have to fight. We had signed for it, and somewhere in us that spark is always there, that okay, fine, we are those members of society who have come into this profession to serve,
yeah.
whether they are doctors, nurses, or other medical professionals. They have signed to this cause, and they have to be there. At this moment, what I can see is that in this difficult environment also, they are working as hard as it is possible, more than what anyone can imagine. So I will tell you my experience.
Yeah.
First time from my department, I was sent to COVID duty, and literally we didn't know anything.
Yeah.
I called to my parents and I said, okay, fine, this is it. Maybe or maybe not, I am coming back. And my mother was totally like, okay, fine, you should come back, you should resign and come back. And then I told what I told you, that I have signed for this and I will do what is needed. So, so that time we were experimenting with PPE kits. This is not good. This is not good, because for everyone it was very new. So some PPE kits we were totally soaked in our sweats, and it was very difficult to breathe. Totally like this. Means those who were not wearing glasses, some like उनके लिए भी बहुत difficult था.
Right.
We were wearing glasses, it was totally fog, totally white, and in that you have to take the samples. You have to, means you have to stay there for 6 hours in that fog, not able to see anything. If you are lucky, you will not get a fog. We used to cover everything then also. I don't know how. And so that was it. But the good thing was that last time, um, our colleagues didn't get infected that much.
Yeah.
But this time, what happened is that, uh, as of now, more than 50% of our department is infected, and luckily they don't have severe COVID. All of them had taken their vaccinations. They have mild COVID, but it's really painful to see, because I have sampled my colleagues and I know, um, like severe, like high grade fever and body aches for 10 days. Hmm. And all of us contracted with some or other patient who was infected, because as hard as we try to isolate those patients, in pandemic it is practically impossible. Theoretically you can say that, okay, that patient is infected, isolate them, and COVID facility is different, there COVID patients come. But in a pandemic, you can't say that the patient whom you are seeing in rounds, that he or she is not infected.
Right.
After getting infected, if you want a hospital bed, as of now, I won't get a hospital bed
Yeah.
in AIMS. Okay, I won't get a hospital bed in our trauma center. I won't get a hospital bed in our extension in NCI Jhajjar, because all beds are full, and some beds have to be reserved for topmost politicians, like prime minister, like the president, like the home minister, and their party members. They have to be reserved. It is because they are choice of the people and they have to be protected, so they are coming. So but what can we say, like we have our EHS beds, they are also full.
Right.
So it's a mayhem out there, and it
Do you
is a
see
situation.
it? Do you see it getting better?
See, as our senior professors have also said, the peak will this time the peak will come soon, but I think it will be a month for that peak. USA has now entered its fourth or fifth wave.
Right.
So it's not like you are getting this second wave, you won't get a third wave. As after first wave, we all let our guards down.
Yeah.
I have no shame to say this. Yes. So one thing I would like to touch upon is the protective strategies. So three things, as you all know, the um, social distancing, masks, and hand hygiene. These three are basic simple rules which you can follow to curtail this infection and to break the chain of transmission. This chain of transmission, the breakage is very important, as WHO also emphasizes on it, because once you even if you are not getting any symptoms, and you have contacted this disease from somewhere, you can easily spread it to more than a few people. Now currently the theory is that, previously we were thinking that these are droplets which are sticking on droplets are more than 10 nanometer, 5 nanometer size particles, which are around 2 meter. The transmissibility is around 2 meters, and they can be attached on a surface for some time. So that's why we used to say that clean all surfaces and wash your hands, maintain वो 2 गज की दूरी है ना, वो रखना है. But now the new theory is that they are aerosolized. So if a person sneezes and goes out of the room, those aerosol particles will stay there for more than 10 to 20 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
So, and this is not about 2 meters now. It
Oh,
can go up to 10 meters.
oh,
Okay.
okay.
So the best thing is stay at home.
Yeah.
Don't go out if especially don't go out until it is very, very necessary.
Yeah.
Communicate with your friends virtually. Hand hygiene is always necessary. It has stopped literally very severe infections. It has stopped. Now I'm not talking about COVID, I'm talking about other life-taking diseases. Just hand hygiene has stopped it.
Yeah.
So it is literally the second best thing you can do. First thing is wear masks. Outside you are going, wear masks. If you have a lot of people in your home, literally now I will tell you to wear masks. And if you are I want you to be afraid, all of you are seeing, because if you are infected, you might or might not get severe symptoms, but the person you are transmitting the disease to will get it, might get it.
Yeah.
Children are getting severe disease now.
Yeah.
Common adults are normal adults are getting severe disease now.
Yeah.
And the old people had their mortality rates previously also.
Right.
So uh, so better is, if you can order online some N95 masks, it is always better than the normal fabric or normal surgical masks which everyone recommends. I personally recommend you can, like, normal persons can order online, it's available. Okay. And if you are wearing a surgical mask, wear two surgical masks. Okay, we are wearing a surgical mask over an N95 mask for additional protection. So you can do that. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's so great listening to you, and thank you for giving an insight into what's actually happening. And it's more relatable when someone from the community or someone we know explains the picture for us to understand that the fears are real, that the fear of losses are real, that the situation is not very healthy for us to take it lightly. And in spite of all that is happening, thank you for continuing to frontline and champion the work that you do. That all the doctors and the healthcare system is at it, which is helping the patients or helping anybody who is not in a good state of mind. I am very proud that we went to the same school together. And, while you were describing all of it, I was just thinking of our biology classes and how you were always so on point. I have a specific incident in mind where I
You
think
have.
you were talking in the class, and the teacher asked you to, come and stand like near the blackboard while he continued teaching. And we went on, and I think he asked a question while he was doing something on the blackboard. He asked a question, and you were in your you were in the what is it called, punishment period. And you raise your hand while you're standing there and you answer that biology question, and then the teacher is like, okay, now you can go back. So you've always been very passionate, and we have worked on
Yeah, of
projects together.
course.
Very proud to know that you're doing commendable work, that you're not afraid in spite of all the lows and all the fears. You continue to go out there and live and serve. So all of our wishes, my wishes are with you. Thank you so much, Himanshu.
Thank you. And I would reiterate the fact that please maintain social distancing, wear mask, get yourself vaccinated from May 1. Okay, get everyone get yourself a vaccination shot as soon as possible. Okay, because it will really save you. So keep safe, and all my best wishes. And Asambha, where to contact me. Any help you require anytime, you can.
Thank you. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
joining.